Final moments before the start of this Sullivan RV 30-lapper. Going back to yellow as we have the top 10 qualifiers inverted at the front of the field. Top qualifier, Aussie and Indiana driver Terry Fisher, starting on the outside of row number 5. And the 10th fast qualifier, Steve Chrisman, in car number 85, starting from the pole. Close battle in the point standings. We've talked about it the last couple of races for this division. The 38 of KC Spillers claimed a victory the last time they were here at Winchester. But Spillers now trails the points battle by 3 to Jason Atkinson. Jason Atkinson, the number 7 car on pit road. Atkinson ran in the modified last chance race, and now Atkinson is back on pit road as the crew looks to jack up maybe the left side of the race car. Jason Atkinson in car number 7 having some problems. That's good news for the Spillers team. And Atkinson will be starting at the back of the field after the tire change here before the start of the race. He's got a lot of ground to make up. KC Spillers starting in the 4th position. Jason Atkinson will be starting from the tail. Atkinson leading the points, but starting from the tail of the feature. Green flag in turn number 4 this time. Steve Chrisman and Steve Stacy to the green. Late model Sportsman competition ready to go. Steve Stacy into the lead in the 17X. Spillers look to the outside of Chrisman for second. He closed the door. Spillers nearly rubs the right side of his car off the wall. Continues on in that 3rd position. Sturkowitz follows him closely. The 42 of Sibla there in 5th. Spillers to the inside of Chrisman for second. Points runner-up and winner here at Winchester for the World Stock Car Festival. KC Spillers into the 2nd position. Chrisman backpedaling. He's at the tail end of the top 5. Trouble. Big hit. Turns 1 and 2. Into the wall goes Rich Segvich in the 91 car. Heard a big pop coming from the turn 1 and 2 portion of the raceway. Not sure whether it was a tire. Outside lane, the preferred groove on restarts. The leader, the only driver that gets a choice of which lane he starts in. And Stacy chose the outside lane, as drivers will do all weekend long at Winchester. The field's starting to pick up the pace. This time they won't pass the truck while it's on the raceway. They come to green, turn number 4. We are back underway at Winchester. 1 down, 29 to go. And into the lead again goes Stacy in the 17X. Clean and green through turn number 1. The field races off of 2. Sibla scrapes the wall a little bit, but continues on. It was a glancing blow. He'll be fine. The Maslin driver setting his sights on Spillers for second. Spillers has given up 2 car lengths now. Make it 3, make it 4 as he fades back from Stacy. Steve Stacy, the Plymouth, Indiana driver, car number 17. Spillers really sideways entering turn number 1 that time as Sibla's trying to reel him in a little bit. And Fisher, the top qualifier, off the pace in the number 32. Fisher in the 32 off the pace will drop towards the infield in corner number 2 and call it a night. As we are closing in on the 1/3 mark, we have completed 9. Spillers up by 3 car lengths. Here's Sturkowitz to the inside. Trouble on the backstretch. Around goes Barkas. The 50 of Barkas is spun in yellow waves for a second time. Caution flag is out. The 50 of Tony Barkas is spun coming off of 2. Coming to green off of turn number 4, 9 laps in, 21 laps to go. Spillers the leader on the outside lane. Sibla will try to beat him into turn number 1. Ready for the restart. They pick up the pace. The pace truck onto pit road, and we're back underway. 9 in, 21 to go. Good restart for Spillers, and Sean Amor coming along with him. We've got 2, almost 3 wide momentarily. Mid-pack, Sibla sideways. Oh, look out, King in front of the oncoming traffic. King slides towards the infield, and we've got some contact on the back straightaway. We've got a yellow. Caution flag is out. King in the number 5 car. The number 5 car of Justin King, the winner of last night's New Stars race. got clipped, spun sideways. Field being told to start picking up the pace. They do in turn number 3. They race over to turn number 4. 21 from the finish. Green is back out of this top Speed Fabrication CRA late model Sportsman event. They race into turn number 1. Spillers and Sibla still side by side, exiting turn 2. 2 almost 3 wide. Blair trying to thread the needle. He's coming forward inside of pole sitter Steve Chrisman for the number 5 spot. Billy Van Meter follows him. 10 in, 20 to go for KC Spillers. Outside lane now getting shuffled back as Chrisman's off the pace. Amos gets caught behind him. Barkus picks up a spot. So does Tommy Cook and Charlie Hanna. Moving up as well, the 7 of Atkinson, but he's boxed in some 10 spots behind his point challenger, KC Spillers. For the second spot, 2-time series champion Keith Sturkowitz has taken it away from Bob Siblet Jr. Sturkowitz, the car on the move, the Cedar Lake, Indiana driver for the lead. Spillers, Sturkowitz, Sibla, and Amor, first through fourth. 4-car breakaway, front of the pack. Little bit of distance between second and third, and Sturkowitz. Another run to the bottom of Spillers for the lead. 13 in, 17 to go. And Atkinson makes his run to the outside of Amos back in the field. Close racing, nearly rubbing some paint. You wouldn't be able to tell. They're both white and red cars. But Atkinson picks up the spot. 2-time series champion Charlie Hanna had to check up big time coming off of 2 as he nearly knocked down the wall. Spillers still holding on to the lead. Billy Van Meter making a move on Steve Blair. May have been a little bit of contact for that 5th position. Here comes Charlie Hanna too, and Atkinson continues to make his move forward. Sturkowitz at the halfway mark. 15 laps in, 15 laps to go to the inside of KC Spillers. Wheel to wheel, they race down in turns 3 and 4. It looks like Sturkowitz will be able to clear him, and does, just by inches on the front straightaway. Sturkowitz into the lead, but Spillers still in great position here for a great points night and a possible championship. Atkinson is trying to rally, but his run's going to come up short. We're going to have a yellow. Rick Sullivan, Steve Chrisman get together, and caution flag is out. Yellow flag out. Steve Chrisman, the pole sitter in the 85 car, goes down into the infield. Fort Wayne, Indiana driver Steve Chrisman, his struggle during this 30-lapper continues. Involved in a crash, might call it a night. He and Rick Sullivan in the 20 get tangled up, and yellow is out. Sturkowitz has claimed 1 win this season on the tour. Looking for a second of the year here tonight after a stellar season a year ago. Green flag, turn 4, 14 from the finish, and we're back underway in the top Speed Fabrication CRA late model Sportsman. This double file restart getting a little bit hairy down in turns 1 and 2. Everybody, though, making it out of turn 2 safely. 17 in, 13 to go. Van Meter drives it in deep, up alongside Blair for a spot. And Van Meter contact, trouble on the front stretch. Look out, here's a big one. Big crash down in the corner, cars piling in as we have a big crash on the front straightaway. So the cars will have a red on the front stretch. One of those involved the point leader, Jason Atkinson. Green flag coming off of turn 4. Sturkowitz back underway. Spillers along the inside lane. Rolling again in this Sportsman feature. Blair into the wall goes Van Meter in the 23 by himself. Van Meter gets into the wall. And caution flag coming out. Yellow on the raceway for Van Meter in the 23, who hit the wall up in turns 1 and 2. 17 complete. 13 to go. Green off of turn 4. Sturkowitz, another good restart, goes into the lead. Spillers will move up into the outside lane. settle into that second spot. Field clean through turns 1 and 2. Spiller's just hanging on to his car in second. Amore, whoa, and Sibla will close the door on the 61 of Blair. Those two drivers got together but continued on. Fortunate break for both. Blair had to check up. Sturkowitz gapping the field now, pulling away. Lap number 19 to go on the board this time. Sturkowitz, Spillers, Amore, Sibla, top 4. 5th is Blair. 6th place, the 11 of Kirby. Then Chrisman and Barkus still out there racing. 10 more laps to go for the Cedar Lake, Indiana driver. Barkus moving over. Eric Barkus and the Sportsman moving over. So will Chrisman in the 85. Both drivers well off the pace, but logging laps late. 9 to go for Keith Sturkowitz. Battle for second starting to brew. Sean Amore making a run at Casey Spillers. Sibla running by himself in the number 4 spot. 5 car lengths back of second and third. Best battle on the raceway for second and third. Casey Spillers, the 38 car. Amore, the 28 car. And again, Barkus and Chrisman moving over for the leaders. 25 laps in, 5 laps to go for Sturkowitz this time. Lead has stabilized. Final 3 laps, the modifieds coming up next. 2 to go for Keith Sturkowitz. Keith Sturkowitz looking for his 9th career. Top Speed Fabrication, CRA Late Model Sportsman victory. 1 more lap to go. The Midnight Blue Towing and Recovery Alpine Mountain Chevrolet number 17 of Cedar Lake, Indiana driver Keith Sturkowitz claiming the victory. Casey Spiller second, Sean Amore third, finishing 4th, Bob Siblet Jr. 5th spot. We'll go to the 61 of Steve Blair.